Welcome to Fearless and Flawed. Today, we're joined by Cameron Cohen, an intuitive artist who uses paint as a portal and her art as a tool for transformation. Cameron doesn't just create beautiful abstract pieces. She helps people collapse their fears, connect with the quantum field, and create the lives they want to live.
And she's doing it all from her own terms, living exactly the way she wants to live. From creating commissioned art that holds space for people's journeys to launching the Love Mural, a project designed to wrap the globe in the love frequency through 222 individual paintings. Cameron is all about celebrating what makes us real, flawed, and beautifully human.
She's also someone who celebrates glitter as the flaws in her work, believes we're all little scientists experimenting our way through life, and has a simple rule. If she's not having joy, fun, or learning something, she's just not going to do it.
And I'm Serena, and I help bold leaders become the go-to experts in their space.
And I'm Sara, an email marketing pro here to convert clicks into cash. Together, Serena and I are two women in charge, digging through the fearless, the flawed, and the oh-so-fabulous journeys of female founders rewriting the rules.
So let's dive in. Welcome to our show, Cameron.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for having me. I love you, ladies.
So let's kick this off. Cameron, you describe yourself as someone who's not for everyone, and you're totally okay with that. What did it take to find that confidence? We all need some of this.
This is true. I agree with you. And I think in the beginning as a child, I was just unapologetically always myself. And I think that's what's so beautiful about children, right? But then as we grow up and the world starts putting ideas of how you're supposed to be, I have to be honest, there was a few years that I shut down a bit. And then I realized that all of those things that people wanted me to change were my superpowers. So I said, no, I'm going to do me. And if you can't handle it, that's okay. You can do you over there. But I'm just going to do me. And I found that because I was always authentic, I only attracted authentic people that got me. And so it supported that I needed to be that way. And if people couldn't handle it, they understood and they just went another direction. And that's perfectly fine. And I think and they're beautiful too. And I don't have to get along with everybody. I mean, listen, you only have so much time in the day to spend with your family and friends. If everybody liked me, it would be a problem.
Do you think that philosophy comes through in your art because you do these bespoke pieces? You're an intuitive artist. First of all, intuitive artist. What does that mean? First off, for people who go, okay, I get art and I get intuition. What does it mean for both of them to be combined?
Yes. So I do believe also that everybody is intuitive. We all have this power, but I think not everybody taps into it or recognizes it. I think we all do it and maybe people are unaware. So when I say intuitive artist, I'm not really separating myself from everyone else, but I'm letting you know that I actually actively use my intuition when I'm making my art. So that means I'm really tapping into what we call the field or the quantum, and I really listen to what's coming through. So, when people get inspirations or you hear a voice or you feel something, I listen to those. What would you call it? Whatever's coming through. Yeah, signals. Thank you. Thank you. Words sometimes go away, but I'm better at pictures than words. But yes, I listen to them and I let them guide me. So there are times when I'm working with a client and I can tap into their energy field. So when I make a painting, I'm channeling them into their painting. So it's really a co-creation, It's a lot of who they are, their ideas, what they want to create in their life. And I'm just the conduit to bring that through and create the painting because not everyone feels like they are artistic in order to make a painting for themselves. I have the skill of creativity and artistic, ability, as well as I'm open to listening and feeling. So I combine the two when I paint.
I've got so many questions. Like, my first question on this is, what where does this start? Do you have conversation? Is it an interview? Do you have a list of questions? How does this work?
Yes, yes, and yes. So it starts with a conversation. We'll sit, I have a list of questions that I usually go through, but then, just like us today, we'll just let it go where it goes, right? I mean, I follow them. I let them lead because this is a painting about the client. It's not about me. And so I'm asking tons of questions about who they are, how they live their life, how they see their life, where they want to go. And then from all this information, I create a personalized guided visualization for them. So we have a second meeting and we can do this in person. I live in Los Angeles. And now that we have technology, if you don't live in LA, we could do this over Zoom or FaceTime or whatever your flavor is. And I create this personalized guided visualization that pretty much has everything that you said in it, which is always so funny to see someone's response after it. They don't remember the conversation we had. And they're always like, how did you know about this? Or this word that you used, it really resonated with me. And it's funny because I'm like, well, it was yours. It's your words. I just put it in a format to allow people to really experience what it is they want to create in their lives in the visual, right? In color, in feeling, because when we connect what we desire with a feeling and embody it, that's when we can actually bring it into our lives. And the painting is merely a talisman, a tool, something to go to be reminded of that daily so that you can bring it into your existence.
See, I love what you just said there, because I actually do a similar process in my work, where I'll interview somebody around what it is they want to achieve from their business goals, etc. And this is a question for you. I don't ask direct questions because I find if I ask a direct question, I get what they think I want them to say, as opposed to them saying what's true to them. So I kind of rescript my questions around getting a natural response. Do you do the
Oh, I
same,
like
or?
this. I'm curious, what is an indirect question?
Well,
Like
okay.
like, what does that look like? You want me to put you on the spot, but yeah, let me know.
Okay. Okay, so, for example, I mean, I do marketing,
Okay.
graphic design and marketing and advertising. So if I was to say to a client, "What is it that you want from my services?" They'll say, "I want new leads. I want more people coming to my business." But I don't ask that question. I ask them where they want to be in a year's time, what their business looks like in that time. Then I start getting to really what's holding them back, what's driving them forward, where their passions are, and then I reflect that back to them.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So my question would be like, what lights you up? What brings you joy? Like open questions, not narrow, wider, so that when they discuss something, that's that's when they give me a thread, right? And then I start to pull that one. I'm like, oh, let's go deeper in there. Like, what does that mean? How does that look? Did it, what so I feel like we're on the same page in that. It's not so narrow. It's open to see where they take it, right? Yeah.
Do you find that clients r- really know what they of course this is a bespoke, it's a unique piece, but do you find, because it almost sounds, as you're talking, quite honestly, it almost sounds like a little bit like a light therapy session, if you will, right? Where it's like, what lights you up? What are your fears? Like, who are you? Because I have to imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, that the piece, like you said, is a reflection of the person. And that can have layers to it, right? So do you find in the process that there's ever that it's more than just a Q&A, that it almost feels like, like you're peeling back the layers of who somebody is, or you're unraveling something, or do you ever touch on something where people go, oh, yeah, it brings up memories of something maybe that is unresolved. Because again, I just have to imagine with energy and intuition and art, do you get clients that you go, okay, this is a lot. This is more than just question answer. This is question, let's unravel this answer.
Yeah, it could be a lot of unpacking. And it's interesting because I was going to say everyone, a lot of people tell me, oh, you should be a therapist. And I said, I am a therapist. I just didn't go to school. Like I have a lot of knowledge and understanding, and I've studied a lot about humans and human nature and how people react, and that is part of my gift is I can spend time with someone and I already know the questions to ask because I know their backstory. So I know like where to go to get the information because I'm like, oh, okay, there's this wound here, or I wonder what's your relationship with your mother like? You know what I mean? Like I can start to hear where things are. And I've also always been the person that people love to tell their deepest, darkest secrets to. So,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When I meet
You have the
someone,
energy. You have the energy. I will tell you, listen, after the chat, I'm going to tell you all my PIN codes,
love it.
just
Thank you.
everything.
Social Security, all of it, I can handle it. Well, also because it's like with me, it stays in the vault, right? So when somebody tells me something, I have no desire to share their story with others because also I have this strong belief that if I have a story to tell, I would appreciate, especially my friends, like, don't tell my story because you're taking my joy away of like sharing something exciting. If I have exciting news, don't tell my story. Like, I want to tell my story. My friends know this about me. So I don't tell people stories. I let them have their moment. So I'm really good at listening and being present for someone and allowing someone the space to be vulnerable. So that is also part of it that I have that ability. I don't tell people that, but I know this because people really they go deep, and it's usually a 45-minute to an hour conversation and sometimes it goes longer and I'm great with that. Like I love that. But yeah, that's a part of it is therapy. And that, I mean, you could call it art therapy, but usually when people say they do art therapy, they're the ones painting. In this case, I'm the one painting, but it is a very therapeutic process. And I'm starting to, now that I've been doing this long enough, is that people are coming back and they do one painting. And then a year later, when they've achieved what it is they wanted, they're like, oh, I need another one for this year. It's almost like a vision board, right? Like I know a lot of people have been starting doing their vision boards for the new year as well as the lunar new year that we just had. And how many times have you ever put your vision board up on the wall for other people to see? Like never, because it's sometimes embarrassing. My first vision boards were all about romance and I want this and that and a guy and my career, and I didn't want people to see that. That was very vulnerable. But to have a piece of artwork that is more abstract, it's not literal, it's an abstraction, but it has meaning and you understand the connection that with my art, what I'm really creating is an opportunity to have deeper connection and conversation with people. So when you invite someone into your space, and someone looks at the art and they're like, what's this about? You have the opportunity to share how deep you want to go with it because it's going to be different than most art in your home and people are going to feel it because I truly believe art is a portal. So
You also have this wonderful prompt in your living room wall or wherever you put it of where it was that you were and where it is that you want to go. I love that. That's so
like an art diary, like I imagine.
read, but nobody
Yes.
understands. It's like encrypted.
Yes, yeah, exact. And you can tell
Or it's like a
exactly.
little prompt to you without hiding it.
Right. And you get to see it every day. And that's the idea. Like as we know, what you focus on grows, right? If you're going to focus on the negative, you're going to pull the negative into you. We all know those people. I call it Eeyore syndrome, right? Or you can
The
focus
K
on
of
the
Pooh and the T of Piglet.
See?
I know
Exactly.
that book. I've
You
got
know
3
it.
copies of it. They've all come into my life at certain times, but I use that phrase, "They're an Eeyore," or "They're a Pooh," or "They're a Piglet." I
Yes. Right. So like if you want to focus on positivity, then that's what you'll bring to you. So when you want to focus on what you want to manifest or even celebrating yourself and be in celebration of who you are, like we said, the beautiful strengths and the flaws, like celebrate it all because it makes it you who you are and the full like radical acceptance of who you are really helps us move into the next place that we want to be in life. And when you focus on that every day, then you have a better opportunity of actually bringing it into the physical form. So that's the idea with this art. I truly believe like art in your home or in your workspace anywhere should evoke some emotion that you want to live by. You want that's how you want to live your life. So to be able to do that yearly and then see, you could have a whole series and see where you've come from and what you've achieved. And you have it there in this beautiful artistic visual I mean, I'm getting a full body chill right now. That's one of my tells, right? When spirit's like, yeah, you're onto something, I get a full body chill. It's like electricity. So it's very exciting. I love the opportunity
Send
to
that
work with
send that full
people.
body chill over here, girl. I wanna experience that. Because some people do. In all seriousness, I have a friend, Nicole, who very much talks about spirit and feels things, and I've always been, I don't know if envious is the right word, but I've always admired that, like, wow, like, I don't some people it's a gift, and from your story, it sounds like your intuition, the fact that people just open up to you, that's a gift. It's more than just having a friendly face, it's an energy. Do you ever find that in this career that can become a burden, that the energy's too heavy, that you can't complete a piece, that somehow the wrong energy is attracted to you? Because this is very people-oriented, and people can sometimes be scary.
True, true. I do have a skill also. This is another skill. I love these questions because it's like really getting me in tune with, wow, when I have a client, I only attract the right people that can understand what I do and will benefit from it. That's my belief. So when you ask, do I attract a client that's a difficult client, more difficult client? No, that doesn't happen because in order to work with me, we have to be in alignment or else it doesn't work. So I will know right away where that is. And they will also know, like this would be considered woo, right? Like people are like, oh, that's woo. I was like, okay, yes. And it's science. So I can lean towards whatever someone can understand. So I can go into the science of it or I can go into the woo of it. So I really do attract the right people. And I'm not for, like we said earlier, I'm not for everyone and I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to make paintings for everyone. I want to make paintings for people who will understand it and receive the benefit from it because you do have to understand how this works in order for it to work. You can't just be a passive in your life, right? I mean, people are, but when they're passive, they're still making the decisions things are still happening, whether or not they're actively deciding it, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm,
totally.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some of
So
our worst decisions are indecisions.
thank you.
Mhm,
By not
mhm.
choosing, you choose.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm definitely a choice that someone has to want to make and want to participate in. So I haven't had that experience. And if I do, luckily, I would hope that I know how to shift it into a place that works for both of us because that is also something I do. I'm a silver lining girl. Like any situation, I don't care if it's a challenge. I love a challenge. Like challenge me. Let's do this. How can I grow? How can I stretch? What can we learn from each other in this experience? Like I don't really see things as bad. I see things as opportunities. So thank you for that question.
Were you
because
always like this? Were you born like this? I mean, in all seriousness, were you born with this positive, intuitive, growing or was this something learned over time that you were like, okay, this has purpose and reason, or did you just come out of the womb like, baby girl, I got this?
yeah, I came out of the womb like this. I mean, honestly, my parents still to this day tell me, "You were born smiling." That that is that is the mantra that I grew up with. I didn't make it up. They did. They told me, "You were born smiling."
I get it.
You're a smiler, right? I'm a smiler. I'm a hugger. Like, I meet someone, I wanna, come here. Let me hug you because, to be honest, I wanna feel.
I'm a hugger.
You're a hugger.
I'm a hugger,
Yeah.
girl. I'd say, girl, come on over here. Come on over here, little bear hug you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not anti a hug. It's just not a natural thing.
You're British. We get it, Serena. You're British. You're British. Is a little bit more, we'll clink our teacups together. That's your hug. Yes.
Give it a little wink. Yeah. But, like, you could read a lot by somebody's hug. When you meet someone, how they hug you says a lot about a person. So I'm constantly reading people's energies, like, in so many ways. I mean, I have to say the whole, like, Botox thing, I don't have any, but in my face, but people that have it, I have a hard time connecting with them because I can't read their nonverbal communication. And I'm like, wait, they said that, but is that what they mean? Like, I don't know what they mean by that. So I really work at reading people in the physical form, you know?
I totally resonate with that. I can't. So I have a few clients that like to phone me physically on a phone, which is very old fashioned. Don't do that. Um, but I need eye contact. I mean, it's nicer to meet in person, but I'm in the UK. Most of the people I work with are US based. So I barely meet anyone in person. Sara does have legs. I have seen her legs, but
Uh-huh. I have met Serena many a time for tea,
yes,
and
yes.
some sweet treat in London. I'm always like, oh,
And in Boston, we
yes,
have
and in Boston. That's true.
But so because of the way businesses have changed, the way the planet has shrunk, and I mean, we're on 3 different continents right now. I mean, that's so cool, guys.
Seriously. I love that. You can connect.
That eye contact is so important when you're having a conversation with somebody, to see what's going on, to have that energy from them. I can't do phone calls anymore. It's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Do you feel,
Yeah. I
Cameron,
hear that.
like because you're so energy forward, do you feel like that was one of the main drivers for what is it called? The Love
Oh, the
Mural?
Love
Let me
Mural.
the Love Mural, correct. For the project, the Love Mural. Speak a little bit about that, but I want, I'm gonna have to imagine doing something called the Love Mural, just even by the name, must mean that you believe in love, you're smiley, you wanna spread joy. So how did that come about, as a project?
Oh, the Love Mural. This is like my newest baby, and it's honestly, it's bigger than the Love Mural. Like, I'm so excited about it. Thank you for asking about it because it is the first of many. And what it is okay, I love, right? I don't know a single human who doesn't love, right? That's basically what we're here for. Everyone's basic need is to love and be loved, right? And I feel like in this past year has been a very challenging year, I think for the world. We're in a time of great disruption and stretching of our capacity. And I felt a lot of sadness this year, and I was really low for a time. I went down. I literally went down. And I had to pick myself back up. And I thought, love is the only way. And I know we all have it in us. And the Love Mural is a reminder to everyone to live in the love frequency. And I want mission is to wrap the planet in the love frequency. Now, how do we raise this frequency, right? We have to have awareness. And I made this mural. It's 222 paintings, like Serena had mentioned. And the reason why I did individual paintings was because I sell them individually, even though they make a huge, like 7.5 foot tall by 25.5 foot wide mural, because I want collectors to be able to be a part of something greater than themselves. And when you purchase one of these paintings, which is a circle, every cyclical, right? The planet, all these symbolisms, is that you become an ambassador of love. And where this painting now lives becomes an anchor point on the planet. And I've created now, it's almost finished. I'm launching it next week on my website, that there will be a map, the globe, and you will see all the points where all of these. So now it's like evolving to a second type of piece. It's a living piece of art where all the points will be on the planet and you'll see the lines that attach them. So we're really creating a lattice work, a webbing, right, of love. And every year is going to be a different frequency. So I already have an idea for the next year. And it started with love because I think love is the foundation for everything, right? The Beatles had it right. All we need is love. Yes, thank you. I mean, I grew up with the Beatles. It was like all we listened to. My mom, that's all my mom played when I was little. And she was right to play that. So next year, I have another frequency. And the idea is also creating community, because I think that going into this next era of technology and AI and whatnot, and social media, deeper social media, we're going to have a desire and a need to come back into community and be in touch with each other. And I want to create community around each frequency and create events and things that happen where people, ambassadors, will have exclusive events, but everyone can be involved in other events if they want to be involved. And each frequency will have different events that support that frequency. So there'll be one that supports love. And then whatever next year's frequency, I'm not saying yet because we're too early in the year. It will come out close to October. So yeah, that's the idea. So it's really a big movement, and I want it in art because art creates beauty. And like I know there's so much about it. Sorry, I'm really going off, but
I love it. Take us down your journey, girl. We're all ears.
thank you. So each painting, I forgot, this is like one of the most important parts. Each painting says the word love on it, and it's painted in this special reflective paint that you can only see the word if you're standing in the right angle where the light hits it, right? So what happens is, I call these my secret hidden messages. These are a type of painting that I make, a style. And so the idea is, when you walk by it, you might not see it at first, but when you walk by it, you're going to notice something changing because it's back practically going to move. And you're going to have to take another look, and you're going to have to be present in order to see the love. And the idea is, in life, when we are fully present, is when we see the signs, the synchronicities, the opportunities. However, when we're on autopilot, we might not see them, but it doesn't mean they're not there. So this painting is a reminder to people to be in love, to be present, and to have more love for yourself, more love for others, more love for the planet, more love for animals, like everything. And so when you see that, if you have this in your home, and let's say you have it by your door, or you have it in your bathroom so you could see it every day, or wherever you choose to put it, make sure you put it in a place you can see it and have that reminder. So when you leave that day, that could be the last thing you see, and spend your day in the love frequency. What does that look like for you? I want to create, ritual. I say rituals, but like exercises, let's say. Sometimes rituals can be triggering. Exercises that you can do with your love painting. Maybe there's a meditation I'll create. Like, this is a constant evolving project, and I'm getting information all the time on how to add more value to this project. So it's more than just a piece of art. I mean, I think art is beautiful, but wow, if we can use it as a tool to create something greater. Again, I'm getting the full body chills. I hope you're feeling it, Sara. Putting it through the
Girl, let me tell you, I'm 2 inches away from my laptop just gazing into your eyes like whatever you are saying, I am buying, baby.
I mean
Like,
that that whole global web of love
yes,
dots
yes, and love is all you
hidden
need.
messages and the cylinder, the roundness of it, and wrong words there. Um,
So, like,
But, like, there
right now, there are 40 out of 222 pieces, 41 have homes. Just so you know, I held 25 pieces to be customized. So I have 25 blanks that if someone wants to customize their color combination, they can, because I love the idea of letting people come in and have their own creativity with it. And I'm getting the chills again. So this is very exciting. But I've done them in all different colors, all different color combinations. So it's like everybody has a favorite color. So there's an opportunity for everyone to find a piece that resonates with them. And they're all snowflakes. They're all different. Like there's no two that are alike. And at this point, I'm now moving into the idea of people sponsoring a painting. So if you know someone who lives in a place that is in turmoil, that needs love anchoring there, I mean, we all know places on the planet that need this right now. If you know someone that lives there, sponsor a piece and let's send it to that person so we can hold the space there, because I don't know people in all the countries. I'm being honest. Like I know a lot of people, but I don't know that many people. And for 222 paintings, there's 195, 96 countries. We could possibly have a painting in every single country. And that really is my vision for every frequency. Let's find someone everywhere and let's plant these paintings all over.
You said something, Cameron, that really, really, really stuck with me, and I appreciated that you said it because it can be it's so commonly said. It almost is like, oh, well, you need to be present, right? We always talk about that and, manifesting now and meditation and all those good habits. A lot of that is being present and what you want and what's around you. But what I really appreciated was in your paintings, you said you had the reflective painting that you had to stand in a certain way and you had to catch that something had changed. And so, in catching that there was a change, you had to be present in the moment, which I think it's such an interesting way to me. It's a unique way to capture presence because it's almost like in order to get it, in order to see it, you have to be so you're forcing the viewer in that moment to be that, which I think is really freaking cool, because we talk about it, right? But people go, how do I be present? Like, how? I'm juggling a million things. I'm tired. The Turkish coffee is wearing off. What
People
do I
think they're
do?
present and they're not.
Correct, correct.
Bullshit.
But this painting is actually like, it manually forces you because you have to be like, where's the reflection? I think that's really, really, really cool. Is this concept when you think about when you create these concepts, because next year will be a different frequency. Um, do you go dark for a couple days and tell your friends, don't call me, I'm thinking of the frequency? Do you go to like I don't know, like a retreat? Like, how does this idea, because you are intuitive and you have all these natural gifts, but how do you use those? Is there a process to get there? Does it pop up in a dream, or do you just read the news and go, holy shit, we need more love?
Right. Well, it's interesting. I have this new concept that blew my mind, and I'm hoping it blows your mind. But a lot of my inspiration comes to me when I'm either in nature, right? Like walking beach walks, hiking. When I am connected in nature, I have a piece about me and the channel opens. So a lot of stuff comes and it's so funny because a lot of times it's on hikes with friends and we're talking and I start talking to them and I let them know, I'm like, just so you know what I'm saying to you right now, I have never had this thought. This is actually coming into my head and I'm speaking it out loud to you for the first time as it's coming in. This is a real thing that happens. And so I have to tell the person that, I have to give them this disclaimer because it reminds myself that this is actually really happening right now in real time. I'm having an inspiration and you're witness to it. And I'm so glad I have a witness to reflect to me. So it's not just stuck in my head, like I don't know for you if when you have an inspiration or idea, if you hear your own voice, right? Sara, do you hear your own voice? Is it your voice or a different voice?
Yeah, but my inspiration voice is not very inspiring. It's usually very confused. It's usually I find that I'm someone that I tend to I feel like I'm somebody who is energetic, that I appreciate when people say, "Hey, I feel good around you. You have a positive energy." But sometimes I find that I am the culmination of what I am around. It's not me leading the energy train, if you will. It's I get a lot of inspiration and then it just kind of regurgitates itself back up to me through I don't know if it's through my own voice. It's more of like a collection of let's say Serena and I have had a good time together. We visit each other in Boston. We visit each other in London. I will reflect on our conversations. Then gratitude will come in. Then there will be little snippets of Serena and our funny little conversation or something cute and so it tends to be many voices that kind of
Okay,
pop up, if that
I
makes
understand.
sense.
Serena, do you hear your own voice? Like when you're having a conversation or milling something about like an idea in is that your voice, like the sound?
I have voices in my head all the time, constantly, forever, going on. Occasionally, something will stick. And it's the voices that I hear again and again and again. I think, yeah, okay, that's making sense now.
Is it your voice?
But is it your voice? I'm trying to get to the
Yes,
actual sound.
100%, all
Okay.
the time.
So, okay, I'm gonna this is where I'm gonna blow your mind, all right? This is the idea that I just in the last few months had, and it's been tripping me out and I'm starting to work with it. I say you, I'm just gonna talk about myself. When I get an inspiration, and also a lot of my inspiration comes when I'm doing something repetitive and I'm not thinking anymore, right? So I also have another business where I am in the beauty business and I do lash extensions for people. And if I'm not talking to my clients, because a lot of them like to talk to me, but a lot of my moms like to sleep because they don't get any rest. So when my moms are sleeping and I'm just lashing away, I am channeling because I don't have to think so much about what I'm doing because I'm on autopilot because I've been doing this for, over a decade. And that's when I start having these conversations and inspirations and I'm working it out, like I'm having visuals and I'm moving things around and I'm, creating this and asking myself questions and answering myself. Well, guess what? That self in my mind now is actually my future self in another dimension having a telepathic conversation with my present self because my future self already knows all the answers because it's already experienced it. I'm literally getting a full body chill right now. So, when I get a very clear vision of what I'm doing, and that's how this love mural came about was I was having a conversation with my bestie as we were taking a beach walk in Marina Del Rey, and we were talking about like, what are we doing next? And I came up with the love mural and I was talking to her, talking it out with her. And as I'm talking, more ideas were coming in my voice. And it was literally telling me what it looks like. And now you're going to do this and then you're going to do that. And as the process has been going on and I created the love mural, right? And then more things were coming. Then it was like, well, you have to have an app now that connects all of these and it has to look like this and the globe and the connection and every mural is going to have a different color because it's a different frequency. So when you get to the map, you can see all the different ones. And then it's literally been evolving every day. I get a new inspiration. And as I'm talking to you, I'm having more like when I told you building community and the ideas of what activities can we create together around these frequencies and how do we bring people together? I mean, this is something I'm like, how did I even come up with that? People ask me, how'd you come up with that? And now I'm like, it's my future self telling me. So imagine if you can have telepathic conversations with your future self if we are currently in our present, how do we have conversations with our past self to create what we want to today, right now, and see how we can change our present faster in the quantum? I know it's a
God.
mind blower.
Yeah. Like,
We went
pause
there.
just to absorb. We went there, and I love it, though. Like, I don't even need to I'm at that point in life too where I recognize I don't need to fully understand everything to appreciate it. Like, I like it, and I feel good about it, and it makes sense even though it doesn't necessarily make perfect sense in this moment. I know that there's a bigger reason for it. So, like, I get it, but I don't get it.
But
Like both,
I'm
like both.
trying to I'm trying to get it to fit into how my mind works, and so that whole conversation thing, I love it when I get excited. So like I said, my voice, 100 miles an hour in my head, different layers, different concepts all the time. And then all of a sudden something will be going, you need to listen to this. This is the one. This is the one. Maybe that's a future self, maybe it's not. But I hear it. And then speaking it out loud, and then sharing it and letting it grow and giving it space to adapt and to flourish, and not keeping it to myself is so key. I mean, Sarah has been on the end of me being like this.
Serena, I was thinking about this. You actually, I think, because when Cameron was talking about that, right? Like the idea generation and then accepting the idea generation and then not resisting it. I find that, like, you do that. You have great ideas. We have great ideas together. Most people have great ideas. But then it becomes like, maybe it's human nature, but some of us, I'll speak for myself, you overthink it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's silly. Oh, that's never going to work. Oh, an app? I don't know how to create an app. So it's almost like you are blocking out whatever, in this case, future self is. It's kind of that idea of, like, manifestation, where there's this belief, which I do believe in, even though I can't verbalize exactly the way it works, but the belief that everything is already done. Whatever you desire is already done. That's kind of, Cameron, what it comes across to me as, where sometimes we think about, oh my gosh, building the app and doing this, but it's already done, because if you believe it to be true, then in your reality, it is truth. Is that kind of
Right.
sort of, am I going off the edge here? Uh,
No,
it-
you are right on,
okay.
sister. Like,
Okay, girl,
yes and
girl,
yes. Because and okay, I am a true believer. Like, no one can ever say to me, "Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this story because it's so out there." I was like, "No, I exactly believe it. And if you think it's unbelievable, I'm going to believe in it even more because I love magic. I love the unexplained. I love when things are just like, I don't even understand how that happened. And by the way, I don't need to understand. That's the human behavior, is always trying to understand things. And the truth is, when we can get ourselves out of the need to understand and be in the knowing, that is when we are in our power. And I like how you said, when you speak it, because the truth is, like, Serena, when you speak it to others, that is now bringing the idea, which is just energy, right? When you have an idea, it's just energy. When you speak it to someone else, you are now currently bringing it into existence, the idea. It's not yet in the physical form, but it's in the next phase. And once you tell someone you're going to do something, I don't know about you, but, like, if I tell someone I'm going to do something, then I have to do it, because now I'm accountable, because I know that person's going to come back to me and ask me, "Hey, what about that thing?" And I'll be like, I don't want to tell them that I dropped the ball on that. I want to tell them, "Oh yeah, did it. Here you go. You can go see it at the other art fair next weekend. It'll be displayed." Like, yes. And that is, I think, the most exciting part about life is, and I'm always tripped out by it, is when I have an idea and I bring it into reality and other people get to experience it. That is so magical and brings me such joy and purpose. I just find it so fascinating, and people do it all day long. We all do it all day long, is bringing just energy into existence. I mean, we're spectacular. I mean, humans are spectacular. Yeah, I'm jazzed.
Talking about spectacular humans. Our last guest asked us a question for you. She had no idea who you were or what you did, anything. She knows nothing about you. So I'm going to pose this question now and see where it leads us. So, what's one lesson learned as an adult that you would tell your younger self? So this is really pushing the quantum flow of energies. What would you say to your younger self to elevate you today? That's a great question.
It is a great question. And I would tell my younger self what you think is what makes you different. And you might think right now that that's not a good thing because you want to be accepted and you want to fit in. That is your superpower. Don't ever change it. It's like step into it and elevate that, right? I mean, what you think is your flaw is your superpower. What you think whatever makes you different, that's exactly what you should be doing and run towards it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. That was a fantastic question.
That was a great answer. That like not it was a great answer because it sounded great, but also like it's real. Like I could tell because we filmed this, so most people are listening to this, through the stereo audio. But like I can see when you answered that question, it was like yeah, you were excited. You were like reflecting. That is really a great answer because many times, yeah, our younger self is like, the cool girl in high school or the cool
Exactly.
girl in
It's exactly what I want to tell my daughter.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's the things that make you different, that makes you beautiful, that makes you
Yeah.
shine, that makes you stand out.
Yeah.
It's
Totally.
all of those things. And I think, yeah.
And I've been in the beauty business a long time, so you can imagine what I hear from women. Like the first thing they talk to me about is their flaws, right? Like what they want to change. And so I'm always there to let them know that this is what makes them beautiful. And we're actually not going to change that. We're going to accentuate it in the way that makes them feel beautiful. So I use makeup not as a mask, but as something that accentuates and highlights your natural beauty, right? I mean, I actually don't really wear much makeup anymore anyways. I think it happens with age. I think less is more. But when I see young girls, it's something that I really, especially young girls, because we're so conditioned about looks. And by the way, I live in Los Angeles. It's wild here.
Yeah, good
And I'm
luck. Ugh,
always
it is
telling them,
wild.
this is your asset. This is your asset. Be proud of it. Don't you? Nobody has your nose. That is a nose.
Right.
That is a
That is
nose.
legacy or that is like totally. Can I just tell you something which as you're talking, I think you'll appreciate this. I have had braces twice growing up, twice, right? So my teeth are straight. I freaking love when people have what I consider and people think I'm crazy when I say this. I love like that actor John Buscemi or is it John Buscemi? Okay, where he has very crunky teeth and the teeth are all fucking love it. I love teeth that have personality, and I'm like, and my mom, if my mom listens to all these podcasts, so she'll be like, "What? That's so freaking weird. We spent a ton of money on your braces twice." But I think teeth, for example, like when there's like a snaggle tooth or there's like the bottom teeth are kind of crunky and weird. I freaking love that because this day and age, everyone has the veneers. Everybody has the same smile. And to me, it's like, when did we lose the personality, the art of being different? And like, as you're saying that, don't change the nose or please don't get the veneers that are too big for the mouth. And then everyone looks like they've got the same pearly whites.
Don't use AI for your social media posts because we all know you're doing it.
Yes.
You're not
Yes.
fooling us.
Learn to prompt it better.
Serena, you've been holding on to that for a long time, I can tell. That just came out, girl. That just Cameron, what would you say to our next guest? You'd have no idea who they are. You have no idea what field of work they're in. What's a question you would like to ask them? And it can be about anything you desire.
Okay. I just have to say the last person gave such a good question. They really raised the bar. But if I were to ask a question, I would ask them, if you were to build a bridge between our planet and another planet, what would you make it out of? And how would you move across it?
Ooh, how would hold on?
Let's
You
get
move across.
creative.
Girl, listen, Serena and I have to write these things down, even though this is recorded. We always somehow manage to lose the question like the next week. So it is written down.
Great. And
Confirmed.
by the way, you could
Confirmed.
always ask me, text me, and I'll remember it because I love this question.
We have written this down. This is a great question. It's a little out there in a good way. You know, it has to have some.
I'm really hoping we have a solicitor or a legal body next. Someone
Yeah,
that
exactly.
like,
That's what I was thinking, Serena. Wouldn't that be great if we have like, yeah. Someone who owns like an accounting firm. And it's like, well, Jennifer, our next question is if you would have built a bridge, she'd be like, ah, but we like that. We had a guest one time, Brianna, who is a dear friend. Remember, Serena, we asked Brianna, who's kind of a, she's a very direct, tell it like it is type. Yeah. We asked her this question that was like, what are your hopes and desires and dreams? And she went, what? What? I can't remember what the question was, but it was very flowery. And I think the purpose of this conversation, fearless and flawed, there's no wrong answer. We challenge people, we take them to the limits. We are silly. So thank you for that question, because I think if nothing else, it'll get some really great thinking behind the scenes of like, okay, what exactly does this mean, and how exactly are you going to answer this? Cameron, for anyone who is still with us, okay, they've listened to your journey. But I'm saying for those that are still driving in the car, or still doing the errands with one AirPod in, okay, I'm talking to you, Mom. My mom listens to us as she exercises on the Stairmaster. Um, she does. She does. She's going to call me once this is published and give me the full review. Barbara's review is what I call it. Um, if my mom calls me and says, man, that Cameron, what a gem. What a free spirit. Where the hell do I find out more information about her? Where do I get to potentially own a piece of the Love Mural? Where can all of this happen? Tell my mom and anybody else listening where they can find you, Cameron.
Okay. Well, Barbara and anyone else who wants to be like Barbara.
Yes, be like Barb.
Yes, be like Barb. You can visit me on my website at CameronCohenArt.com, which next week, I call it the app, but I'm not making an app. It's going to be on the website. A whole Love Mural is up, and you'll be able to interact with the app on my website. And then you can also follow me on Instagram, Cameron Cohen Art. And those are the two ways. And you can even schedule a 20-minute call about it on my website if you want to talk about art or you're curious about the process and see how things work. I love talking to people and, anything art.
So before we wrap up, I have one last question for us all here. So you mentioned Eeyore. They're an Eeyore. So I want to know, what personality do you see yourself?
Within the Pooh,
Within the
Piglet, and
Pooh,
Eeyore?
within the Pooh family, obviously, because everyone fits into one of the categories.
Right. Oh, wow.
There's
Okay.
a whole book on it. It's a great book. Recommend it if you're a uni student.
The Tao of Pooh, right? Is that the one?
The Tower of the
Yes.
Tea of Piglet and the Tower of Pooh or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Look it
I
up.
mean, I'm such a hybrid because I feel like I'm a multiple personality. However, I guess
Are you a Leo, Cameron? What's your horoscope? Are you a
I
Leo?
love you. I'm a Taurus. My fiance's a Leo.
That's why. Okay, that's why we're getting along. That's why we're getting
totally.
along.
Earth sign.
That's why
Are
we're
you
getting
Virgo?
along. I know. I'm a Leo. I'm a
You're a
Leo.
Leo. I love Leos.
I'm a Leo. Yeah.
You're a Virgo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm
Yeah.
a Virgo.
She's
I'm
a Virgo.
sandwiched between my favorite constellations. This is so great. Well, I would say, I mean, I guess, see, I don't know what each one means, but I mean, I guess I would say Piglet. I don't know.
What about
Piglet?
Tigger? Isn't Tigger like energetic and bouncy?
Oh, wait, Tigger. Oh, yeah. Tigger gets into all that trouble. Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
definitely Tigger. I'm
To be
Tigger.
fair,
I'm
I don't
bouncing
know a
into
lot
things
about.
that-
That's
Thank
what I
you
think.
for
Yeah,
the
'cause
reminder.
to be honest, when Serena asked you that question, I was like, "Holy shit! I don't know anyone besides Eeyore." Like, hopefully, Cameron knows someone else besides. I don't even. What's Pooh's personality?
I mean, there's also the owl. Like, I feel wise as the owl. Like I said, I feel like components of each one, you know? I mean, I don't really feel pooish. I'm not poo. Pooh's,
Yeah,
Pooh's a little
no.
sleepy. She's a little sleepy
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. It's a little all that honey, sugar rush.
Yeah. What would you be, Serena? I'm curious. Who would you be?
I'm a Tigger. I'm
You're a
100% Tigger. Yeah, bouncy everywhere, me.
Okay.
Totally.
I'm Tigger
You
with you.
are, Serena. You totally. I think all three of us are. I don't know all of them exactly, but I think the energy and the Pooh sounds great, but like he kind of sounds boring. So, Serena, if you ever had an art piece made by Cameron, I would just, because from this conversation, she probably could create, I would pay a lot of money to see exactly what she could derive from this. The villains, the this, the that, with glitter.
I mean, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
works.
We are literally talking to the woman who can make it happen. Cameron, you have such a gift, like not just in art, but I just find that like this day and age, it's a Friday now. We're talking, we're recording, but like we choose Fridays to record because after the call ends, we always find that we feel energized. And let me just be fully transparent. There's different levels of energy that we derive. Sometimes it's like, wow, that was a great call. Girl, after this call, I'm going to start doing cartwheels down the hallway. There is just something about you and your gift and your art and
Honestly, energy level up.
it's huge. It's huge. And for anyone who wants to, again, check out Cameron's website. We're going to have it on Fearless and Flawed, but also you do have your paintings on your website. People can see exactly what this looks like. Because I know sometimes energy and intuition can sound a little bit, well, it is abstract for most people, but seeing what that looks like in real art form, people can take a look at. So listen, I'm gonna say just for myself, I am so Serena and it's been a couple of months where we didn't do this podcast because life was happening. I had a baby. Um, I'm so freaking happy that we're back at it. And Cameron, thank you for sharing your journey and your story and your energy. It is absolutely contagious.
I love it. You're so welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I've been looking forward to this ever since I knew it was happening. And now we've done this. And I'm like, I need to come visit you girls. I'm sorry. I do need to meet you in person. We need to hang. We have to have.
We'll come to
an
LA,
closing.
do our lashes. We'll get a matcha latte and we'll talk.
I'll become a hugger for the day.
You'll become a hugger. Serena, I always thought you were a hugger. Serena, I've always been hugging you. Now you tell me you're not a hugger. I could kind of sense you weren't a hugger.
You're a hugger. I'm not going to no.
I know, but I could always kind of tell that I was like forcing you to hug me, but I was like, fuck it. I don't care. She's my friend.
I wouldn't offer it.
Get over here. I'd give you a bear hug yeah. No, so much is coming out of this conversation, Cameron. We'll never be the same. We'll never
I'm
be
so
the
glad.
same.
Don't.
This was awesome. Well, listen, Cameron, thank you so much for joining us, for chatting with us. We will certainly be in touch, and we can't wait to see what next year's frequency brings
Absolutely. Keep us
for your
informed.
work. Thank you.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cameron.